Rwandans residing in Uganda, along with allies and a delegation from Rwanda, have commemorated the 30th anniversary of the genocide against the Tutsi at the Golo Genocide Memorial Site in PG District. The event, attended by various dignitaries, including diplomatic representatives, featured Minister of State for Defense and Veteran Affairs, Huda Abason Oleru, as the guest of honor. The Golo Genocide Memorial Site, serving as the final resting place for 4,771 victims of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, was noted to have received victims washed into Uganda by tributaries of Lake Victoria, such as the Kagera and River Nyabarongo, before being discarded by perpetrators. Alongside Golo, Uganda hosts two other memorial sites, Kasensero in Lakai District and Lambu in Masaka District. During the ceremony, Rwandan High Commissioner to Uganda, Joseph Rutabana, emphasized the importance of accurately portraying the 1994 genocide, arguing the international community to combat distortion of facts surrounding the tragic period.
Some education and higher learning institutions, some so-called researchers have been spreading the visionist narratives of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi with all sorts of distorted naming. For example, some call it a double genocide, others a civil unrest, others tribal killings or civil war, etc. So the task ahead remains colossal, and the international community should take responsibility to make sure that all perpetrators of the genocide against the Tutsi are punished wherever they are, and denial should not be tolerated.
Rutabana further emphasized that presenting an inaccurate narrative of the 1994 genocide provides perpetrators with an opportunity to advance their agenda of denial.
The perpetrators have tried to alter the story, diminishing the death toll, claiming the killings were a self-defense, and blaming the victims instead. The above is coupled by use of interpretative genocide denial, a mutational form of denial that occurs after factual proof from historical records and testimonies have been established and proven beyond doubt. It means that the massacres and killings are acknowledged as something other than genocide.
Minister Oleru highlighted the significance of commemorating this period as a reminder for the world to remain vigilant against genocidal-related agendas.
Remembering genocide is relevant today because globally we see a steady rise in a hate crime motivated by discrimination and bigotry. This is precisely why we need to wake up now and bring back empathy for the suffering, others near and far, through remembering, as we mark the 30th commemoration of the genocide. We reflect on the importance of unity and reconciliation in building a peaceful and prosperous society.
A testimony from one of the survivors, Mary Solange, shed light on the atrocities endured during the 100-day genocide.
And they cut him in pieces. They threw him in the Nyabarongo River. They did the same with my mother and also threw her in the Nyabarongo. When my brother and my older sister saw this, they jumped in the Nyabarongo alive, but they died. My youngest sister, who was 5 years, they threw her in the river, but she didn't die.
Hanyuma wana bwanjye ni burebure uko nakageze aho ngaho ukamunandi rukoma.
When I reached there,
naje gusubira inyuma mpura n'inkotanyi kubera ko zari zafasha ku gace.
I met the Inkotanyi because they had taken that place.
Zarambwiye.
They told me,
ati humura ntabwo gipfuye.
don't worry, you will not die.
Nabonye inkotanyi ndishima.
I saw the Inkotanyi and was overjoyed.
Narababwiye ngo nimushaka munyicire.
Gusaba amahanga.
This is also the best time to ask the nations.
Guhana abapfobya genocide yakorewe abatutsi.
To punish those who deny the genocide against the Tutsi.
Ndetse n'abandi bose kwisi bahembera ingengabitekerezo ya genocide.
And everyone else who supports the genocidal ideology.
Isi yose ikwiye guharanira ko genocide itazongera kubaho ukundi.
The whole world should try its very best that the genocide will never happen again.
Mwanya nk'uyu,
in this time,
tuba tugomba no gushima.
The genocide targeting the Tutsi in Rwanda commenced on the night of April 6th, 1994, lasting for 100 days, during which over 1 million innocent individuals, including children, women, youth and the elderly, were brutally exterminated for their ethnicity. The Rwandan Patriotic Army, under the leadership of President Paul Kagame, intervened in the conflict against the genocidal government, successfully ending the violence and rescuing survivors. Many victims' remains were disposed of in rivers, including the Nyabarongo and Akagera rivers, tributaries of Lake Victoria, where the current carried thousands of bodies upstream within weeks. This story was compiled by Nobat Ndiamhachi for Kigezi Television.